Alright, we're going to install a Whelen Hide A Way light in a modern day headlight bucket where it's got the double layers. And a lot of times you can't drill in here because of the angle, and you've got to be careful how close you get to the actual light housing. Of course, if you can get it as straight as possible, that's great, but a lot of times on the new lights you can't. So we're going to put this one, because we want it as a side marker as well, we're going to put this in this corner where the turn signal is. Now there's two layers here, and you feel in here about where the hole is, and we're going to go about here. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to have a drill with a hole saw on it big enough that you can clear and drop this light in there, and you're going to drill through here. So I'm going to start the pilot hole. Now see, I just hit the second level. Alright, so there's the hole. Now, as I mentioned in one of my other videos, static electricity will cause the plastic to fly up and stick to here. You can actually hear this crackling. Put some liquid on it. Doesn't really matter what kind of liquid. Put some liquid on it and that will dissipate the static. Next thing I do is I hook up a vacuum. Alright, so I got the vacuum here, and I'm going to hook it up where I'm going to be drilling. But what I want to do is I don't want all the filings to fall into the whole headlight bucket. So I'm going to hook up the vacuum in such a way that I'm just pulling. It can be kind of hard to get the right angle sometimes. So I want to get the vacuum pulling this way so that the filings don't fall against this, because they really do have a tendency to stick. So I'm going to hold the vacuum here while I drill this outer level. Okay, so you can see the pilot hole that I'm going to use for the smaller bit, and that hole there, that's chrome. It's a backside, and that's where the light's actually going to mount. So I'm going to switch bits here to a 1-inch bit, and in case you're curious, the previous one I used was a 1 3/4 inch bit. Now again, I want to make sure this doesn't build up static, so I'm going to spray a little bit more. I'm just spraying some glass cleaner on there. Any kind of liquid will dissipate the static. So, now we're going to come back over here. Got the 1-inch bit. Put the vacuum back on the hole that the light bulb goes in. One thing I also want to make sure is don't forget to get the seal. Sometimes the little seal will stick on here and then you end up vacuuming it away. But of course it just goes in the vacuum. Alright. Make sure you get all the shavings out. Always use gravity to your benefit. Don't ever let the shavings fall against the front. Alright. Wipe off the glass cleaner, and you can see, actually you can't see because that's where the light's going to go. Okay. Now I'm going to turn this over because, of course, I want to make sure that all these pieces of plastic don't stick to the inside of the lens. And now we're going to look at the bottom here. Okay, so we're looking at the bottom. This is where the light's going to go. See how nice that goes in there? Alright, so now I'm going to drill a couple holes. Okay, so now we're set up here and we've got a very small bit we're going to pre-drill these holes with. And you kind of clock it so that you don't hit this bulb with it. Do one. And so we drilled that one. Now normally we install these, but these are used lights, and this is what usually comes with the new ones that keeps you from torquing everything. So what we're going to do is on that first hole that we just drilled, it's a number 1 bit. We're going to start the screw. Don't go too tight, you don't want to break it. Drill the next one. And snug that one up. Okay. Alright, so we got those two. Let's go ahead and do another quick vacuum job. Alright. Now what I usually use is this is a 1 3/4 inch plastic plug, and I'll pre-drill a hole in the middle, and then I cut the side. This is a pass-through for the cable. Okay, now I'm going to silicone this, of course. So then you can slide this over here, and that's how that's going to sit once that's snapped in. Okay, see that? So once you get it like this, then you're going to want to you're actually going to want to do adhesive silicone this into the hole so it stays put. Silicone this hole shut, and then you get a nice watertight seal. So I'm going to do that here in a second. Alright, so now we're going to add a little silicone to this. And this is just going to help glue that plug in to keep it from moving.
It's the medical blanket?
Yeah.
Alright. Get a nice smooth, make sure that's covered around there. Now you can slide up this plug. And I've used everything. I've even used, if it's a hole you have to cut out weird, I've even used like an old oil filter. Or not an oil filter, but a oil quart can. So you have that there. Now you can put some silicone around the sides. Smooth it out. And smoothing it out is just making sure that you're getting all the cracks filled in. And then let it set up. And then once that dries, you're going to have a nice watertight seal. Oh, see, I can see a little bit of there that needs a little bit more. There you go. We will show you what this is going to look like when it's flashing. Put the power to it. But I don't want to disturb it right now because I want to let that silicone set up. So I'll show you on the one I've already done. You can't really see the quad flash on this, but there it is. So this one catches from the corner because of where it is, and from the front. All right.